Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. Do you like your stories told through pictures? Then you can also follow us at Real Nerds on Instagram. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Here we go again, it's our Filmsplosion, a movie countdown of real devotion. It could get long, so bring your ibuprofen. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion. What's got the best acting? What's got the best direction? The cream of the crop, here's our selection. From comedy to drama, even blaxploitation. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion. Have chosen. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion! Filmsplosion!
The year is 2003. The Real Nerds have not been formed yet, but we still went and saw movies. And that's why here on Real Nerds we go back in time. We've gone back 20 years to the year 2003 for Filmsplosion 2003. I am joined by fellow nerds Brad.
Hey, what's up?
That's your cue to talk. We've only been doing this for 11 hours.
I was distracted by the sound effects board.
And Zach.
I'm old now. 20 fucking years?
Gross.
I know. I remember seeing all these movies in theaters. And
this is a year where we go, after working at GameStop, we go late to Arvada and watch most of these.
Yes, we would. And, yeah. And, this is really when we were venturing out, Brad. We were done with high school. We had no rules.
We were finally fully men.
Yeah. We're just
big, strong,
why is there
sweaty men.
Why is there a fucking Good Charlotte song playing in the background right now as you two travel around Arvada?
If you only knew what we were up to. Some nights we'd go to Denny's at like midnight.
Yeah, and we'd just talk about movies.
Yeah.
We were so cool.
So flash forward 20 years, and here we are at night talking about movies.
Let me go get an antacid pill.
You brought my Ensure, right, Ryan?
Yeah. Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla. I'm a plain white boy. Thank you very much.
If you've never listened to one of our Filmsplosion episodes...
What are you doing?
Exactly. We're the best movie podcast on the internet, is what I heard.
In the world, I've heard.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Regardless of where it's at.
Yeah, suck it, Siskel and Ebert.
They didn't have a podcast. They're dead before then.
They had a broadcast, which was an
Siskel
old
was dead.
podcast.
Ebert couldn't talk. And
Ouch.
We basically stole his sign-off at this point, too, now that they're both gone.
Did they say see you at the movies?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, after all these years, I finally thought of a good, exit phrase. Get real.
Oh, nice.
11 years.
11 years too late.
Yeah, why haven't we use that? It's right there.
It's literally right in front of us. So if you've never listened to a Filmsplosion episode, we have many of them, but to set up the audience, because this could be their first podcast, and they stumbled across us. We have each picked our 10 favorite films of the year. I always preface this as saying they're not usually critical darlings, but they are our favorite films of the year. And some people might be surprised what pops up on the list. Some people might not be. So we will introduce each film. We will play the trailer, and then we'll talk about the film. However, we won't play the trailer twice if some nerd picked the film earlier and swept us.
I know who you're alluding to, and I will not respond to that little taunt.
I don't know. Nice guys guy.
Yes. Number 7
is
a very fine number for the nice guys.
For Elway.
Yeah, what's he doing with it lately?
So this, the rundown has been maximized by Brad. And Brad, you're going first?
It worked out that I'm first in this one.
Nice.
Wait, who's on first? Or Brad's on second. I don't know who's on third.
Oh, my God. Brad, start this countdown for us.
All right. My number 10 is a college experience very much unlike my own.
Excuse me. True love is hard to find. Sometimes you think you have true love, and then you catch the early flight home from San Diego.
Today, Mitch's life took an unexpected turn.
Heidi?
What are you doing home?
And a couple of nude people jump out of your bathroom blindfolded like a damn magic show.
I'm really sorry.
Now,
Mitch, you're on the rebound. You're like an injured young fawn who's been nursed back to health, who's finally going to be re-released into the wilderness.
he's getting a little help from his friends.
I want to thank you very much for coming to the official Mitch Martin Freedom Festival. He's a very successful, very disease-free gentleman standing by the minibar.
From DreamWorks Pictures.
We are officially starting a fraternity.
This is my house.
I heard you guys are starting up a fraternity.
Who told you that?
And the director of Road Trip.
We're giving out bids to 14 guys.
Wait, who's this guy? He looks like he's 100 years old.
Just ring the bell, you pansy.
Good morning. Now that was a party.
I want in.
Half these guys don't even go to the school. I promised my wife I wouldn't drink tonight. Yeah, I'll do one. We're going streaking! Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
We don't take it too seriously. You may be asking yourself, why is this cinder block tied securely to your
Earmuffs.
Don't you think this is going a little far?
Frank, just pace yourself. Sorry.
Luke Wilson.
I get the feeling you have a entirely distorted view of who I am.
Will Ferrell.
What's going on? If you tell anyone about this, I'll kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay, sweetie?
Let's go!
And Vince Vaughn.
There's my wife, always smiling. Hi, honey. Judging, watching. Look at the baby, look at the baby.
Be careful. That's the most powerful trank gun on the market.
Yes! Ow! That's awesome.
Old School.
You're crazy, man.
So yeah, my number 10 is Old School. I didn't have a ton of movies I liked from this year, so...
You know, it's funny. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I felt the same way. Like, there's some movies that I really, really like, and then the rest of them I go, okay, I like this movie.
Yeah, like this is a movie I just enjoy.
Yeah.
It's a silly comedy, and
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
yeah, and it's weird. There's actually I don't know, like a lot of things that I've forgotten are like in common vernacular now that are from this movie.
Yeah.
Like you hear people like shouting like "You're my boy, Blue."
Oh yeah,
and you're
that's
like, "Oh
definitely
yeah,
the
it's
biggest
from
pop
this."
culture thing,
Yeah,
yeah.
because this is part of that whole like Apatow run, but it's not an Apatow movie.
It's adjacent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's adjacent. But yeah, it's just a fun comedy about this group of friends who have long since departed college, and once Luke Wilson's life falls apart, he moves back into a house that is on college campus, and his buddies convince him to start a fraternity, and classic college gags ensue.
Yes.
Wasn't this the film that not like broke Will Ferrell out in film, but like wasn't one of the like stepping stones before an Anchorman?
Yeah, because Anchorman was 2004.
Four, yeah.
Yeah, so this is just the year before. So this is.
Oh yeah,
like
I mean, we're going streaking is definitely.
When was Elf though?
2003, the same year.
So, yeah, I think that was his breakout one.
Yeah, well, definitely like he started ascending to the upper echelon of.
No, it was Night at the Roxbury in '98.
Oh, fair enough.
Me, you. Zach, number 10.
All right. Well, unlike you old fucks, I was in a period where some of the films on a lot of the films on my list I didn't get to see till later, but a lot of films that I did see in a theater this year didn't make the top 10. But this was a transition period from childishness into full-grown adulthood. And I'll kick it off with number 10 with a film that I wouldn't have had the chance to see until many years later, but it did come out in 2003, and here it is.
A Perfect World.
These are for you.
Thanks, honey. They're beautiful.
A Perfect Life.
I would do anything for my girl. I love you, Lisa.
I love you, Johnny.
He provides for you. Darling, you can't support yourself.
I don't love him anymore. He didn't get his promotion. And he got drunk last night. And he hit me.
It's not true. I did not hit her. Well, maybe you should have a girl, Mark. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I have one already. I don't know yet.
We can't do this anymore. Johnny's my best friend. This will be our secret.
Don't worry. You can trust me.
We are expecting.
I'm your future husband.
You sure about that?
Please talk to me, please.
You're having an affair with Lisa, aren't you?
I need more from life than what Johnny can give me.
She's a sociopath. She can't love anyone.
There is no baby. I told him that to make it interesting.
You're such a manipulative witch.
You're hurting yourself. You're hurting our friendship.
I treat you like a princess, and you stab me in the back. You are tearing me apart, Lisa! Hey, Danny.
Where's my money, Danny?
Put the gun down.
What the hell is wrong with you? Just shut up.
Hey! Stop it up with this world!
The Room, a film with the passion of Tennessee Williams, directed by Tommy Wiseau. The best movie of the year. Experience this quirky new black comedy. It's a riot.
Yeah, so Rocky Horror Picture Show had worn the mantle of campy show to go to at midnight for years, and it was about time that somebody from a country that is undetermined stepped in and gave us The Room. I didn't get to see this until 2009. And I have seen this film in a theater no less than 14 times.
Oh, my God.
Going to midnight each time. I went a lot with people in film school, like friends of ours, like Bueno and O'Connor. I adore the film in terms of like just being what it is, being a fun experience in the movie theater where people are allowed to engage with the material, and it's a fun time to just listen to other people come up with jokes in addition to the normal routines. I remember I went with a friend of mine named Peach, and she was she was sitting in the theater with me and Bueno and O'Connor, I think. And at one point, the whole drug scene with Denny happens, and Lisa shaking him, going, "What kind of money, Denny?" And she just shouted out, "Doubloons!" And then and when it happened again, he yelled out, "Deutschmarks!" So like that whole like experience is just a blast to have. Like I'm actually very sad that you've never seen it with an audience, Ryan, because I know it sucks for people to talk during the movie, but you want this. You want it. You will cling to it the moment you start experiencing it happen.
Well, when the trailer was going, I talked over the trailer, and I said, my only point of reference for this is The Disaster Artist, which I really like. Mm-hmm. And so I'm seeing scenes in the trailer. I go, oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, but The Disaster Artist has imposed something on it. But yeah, it's a film that like I'm glad I was able to discover it in that earlier period of its existence and get to experience it as many times as I have. In fact, I think the last time that I went to see it in a theater was with Brad, with Greg Sestero there, and it was just before The Disaster Artist was being at least shopped around, if not released. So there's a lot of fun memories behind this film. So yeah, if anybody's never seen it, plunge in, don't ask questions, just have fun.
My number 10 is a action horror franchise that it's like my guilty pleasure franchise, and it's fun to watch.
The war itself had become more perilous. The weapons had evolved. But our orders remained the same. Hunt them down and kill them off, one by one.
They are the immortal damned. One family lusting for power and wealth.
The chain has never been broken, not in 14 centuries.
Another driven by revenge.
Soon we'll defeat the vampires on their own ground.
Do you see this human? He's attractive. I can't be positive, but I'm beginning to think the Lycans are following him.
Hello, Michael.
Why are they after you?
You're in the middle of a war that's been raging for the better part of 1,000 years. A blood feud between vampires and lichens. Werewolves.
Now, a decision must be made.
Why did you bring him here? He saved my life.
Between an oath sworn centuries ago
A human. He's not a human at all. He's a lichen.
and a power
There can be no such union.
greater than vengeance.
You'll be lucky if I can convince the council to spare your life. Absolution will be yours the moment you kill Michael.
Underworld.
My number 10 is Underworld. It's a movie about vampires and werewolves fighting each other. It has a very bluish tint to it. Kate Beckinsale is really cool in it. She plays Celine. And I think this franchise has been around. When's the last one come out? 2018? So.
If not, maybe at least 2 years prior to that, maybe.
Yeah.
I know we did. I know we reviewed one.
Yeah. Scott Speedman is really boring in it. And they say Michael a lot, but it's just a fun movie. It's about werewolves and vampires that fight. What's cool is you think that the werewolves are the bad guys, but they're not. You find out that the vampires are the real problem. And Bill Nighy, he's really great in it.
And you got Martin Sheen in there, too.
Yep.
Or Michael Sheen, sorry, not Martin Sheen. Although I would pay to watch Martin Sheen in a vampire movie.
I'm a vampire. I sound like Nicolas Cage. How I can't do my.
I'm a vampire. My son is also a werewolf. He's studying at Harvard.
No, that was too Bostonian.
Well, I was going off of his performance in The Departed. So,
Underworld. Brad, number 9.
My number 9 is about a hero without fear.
Are you here to confirm that Daredevil is responsible for this, Detective?
There is no proof that Daredevil even exists.
He can hear it before it makes a sound. He can sense it before it happens. He can vanish before you realize he's there. And he's the last person you'd ever expect.
Police suspected the vigilante Daredevil was the one to bring the criminals to justice.
I don't know why you read that trash.
You want the truth?
Tell me.
She's hideous.
Excuse me. I just wanted to get your name. Does every guy have to go through all this to find out your name?
You should try asking for my number.
I've been following that piece you wrote about the Kingpin.
How do you kill a man without fear?
Let the bodies hit them.
Give me bullseye.
The devil's mine.
I hope justice is found here before justice finds you.
How can you be a skeptic?
There's no eyewitness. I mean, Bigfoot has eyewitnesses.
Please.
So yeah, my number 9 is Daredevil.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but every time I see the trailer, I think of An Evening with Kevin Smith, where he says, but wait a minute, you wrote Jersey Go for me, but you're going to wear the red costume with the horns, so fuck you. He's talking about how he told Ben Affleck to take Daredevil, and then that he was going to shoot Jersey Girl and move on with Ben Affleck, even though he wasn't done with the script.
Mm-hmm.
It's I love the Evenings with Kevin Smith,
and he's in the movie.
He is.
Yeah.
And I always remember that when he's like, you devil the horn, so fuck you. I don't really remember it.
Yeah, I forgot to say, I also haven't watched, I think, any of these films in a long time on this list. So my memory is very spotty. But yeah, what I do remember is that the director's cut of this is better than the theatrical version.
And has Coolio in it.
Fills in a lot of gaps, fleshes out things, makes it a little more serious.
I never thought it was as bad as people said it was.
Oh, no. This movie's a lot of fun. My dad took me to the theater for this one. I adore this film. It's so much fun. Like, it's not a perfect superhero movie, but nobody's doing a wrong thing in it per se.
Yeah. I have no comics like reference for Daredevil, so this is like how I learned about the character.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing was precious to me about like Bullseye's character design or anything. Or, I think Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin is like a great casting choice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's goofy stuff like I said in the trailer. Like, he puts his logo on the ground for the people. Like, eventually, just somebody come by and just randomly throw fire on to ignite it. Like
a cigarette.
In the event that happens. There's silly stuff like that. But I think it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. The director's cut is really good. Actually, it's really good.
I will say, though, if you're looking for a soundtrack that exemplifies its era, it is the Daredevil soundtrack because of the amount of nu metal mixed with one Rob Zombie track shoved into that album is unconscionable. And I do believe that if people hadn't already heard Bring Me to Life before, they heard about it through this film because of the Elektra Nachios training montage where she's like, I'm going to get back at everybody. Wake me up inside. Wake me up.
Whenever I hear her name, I just think of electric nachos. I get hungry.
And I really want those. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Also, Jon Favreau.
Happy Hogan,
in early Marvel. So he's there and he's saying, I could start a universe. You watch. 5 years from now.
But first, Swingers.
It's like I should be directing this.
But first, Elf.
Yes.
He did that this year. Yeah.
Good on Favreau.
Yeah.
So yeah, Daredevil, my number 9.
Zach?
All right, my number 9 is a film that I did see in a theater with my family. We saw it because my sister was into horses, and I ended up just appreciating it over time, and here it is.
To the future.
I'll take him.
He's got a fractured foot.
You're gonna shoot him anyway, I'll save you the bullet. Red Pollard, Mr. and Mrs. Howard.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Of course, it's nuts.
Well, at least he wasn't expensive.
Every horse is good for something. You don't throw a whole life away just 'cause it's banged up a little. It just needs to learn how to be a horse again.
How far do you want me to take him?
Till he stops.
Let's see what you got, boy.
There it is!
What, fast?
Your horse just broke the track record at Tamfran.
Well, I just think this horse has a lot of heart.
I'll lay even money that this nag's seed biscuit couldn't even finish 6 furlongs.
I told you, look out for Rosemont. It's not my fault. Thought he was flying up your tail.
Yeah, well, I can't
What?
see out there.
He lied to us.
What do you mean?
He's blind in one eye.
You don't throw a whole life away just because it's banged up a little bit.
Look at us. Our horse is too small. Our jockey is too big. Everybody loses a couple, and you either pack up and you go home or you keep fighting.
Kind of small, isn't he? Gonna look a lot smaller in a second, Georgie.
boy. Don't ever stop.
So yeah, my number 9 is Seabiscuit. This is a movie about a horse. So if anybody has any horsecock jokes, now would be the time because I'm giving you quite an opening for it.
I didn't see it.
Okay. I didn't get to see it. Yeah, my sister was getting into horse riding at this time, and so we were. I don't know if I was so much dragged to this as more as just like we're going as a family, and I walked out loving it, and I. The Depression era stuff appealed to me, and William H. Macy's a little like racetrack announcer, and he's got little radio bells and whistles, so that appealed to me. But the older I've gotten, I've just kept enjoying this film. It's not perfect. It does half and half itself as a straight drama and a Ken Burns documentary in terms of its format. I think it kind of works for it, but it's not a perfect execution system. But I also think that you get some fine performances out of each of these guys, and Tobey Maguire's so melded in my mind as Spider-Man that anytime I get to watch him outside of those auspices, I'm just always eternally impressed by him. I think this is my favorite non-Spider-Man film he's been in because I love his performance in it. He's got a lot of energy and vigor in it, and as the trailer alluded to, he is blind in one eye. So he's got a challenge ahead of him, and he faces it. And I think it's also an understated Jeff Bridges outing because he's top labeled, but he's not really. I don't think people would talk about him above, say, Tobey Maguire being in this movie or Chris Cooper. So, but everybody contributes their all and gives it their best, and yeah, it's a solid picture. If you haven't seen Seabiscuit, you should watch it. It's fun.
My number 9 is the third part of a film franchise.
The life you know, all the stuff you take for granted, it's not gonna last. Imagine a world of permanent darkness, where machines control man's destiny. Imagine you were the only one who could stop it. But before you do, something terrible has to happen.
All military systems have been infected.
This can't be happening.
John Connor was here. Where is he?
Are you going to kill me?
No. My mission is to protect you.
Oh, God. She's coming. TX, can you find a way to destroy her?
Unlikely. I'm an obsolete design. TX has corrupted my system.
The machines, they're starting to take over. Judgment Day. The end of the world. It's today, 3 hours from now.
Get away from me! Now!
What is your mission?
To ensure the survival of John Connor.
You are about to fail that mission. You don't have to do this. You don't want to do this.
Desire is irrelevant. I am a machine.
Or watch it now.
No.
Hey, remember when AOL had keywords? Yeah, my number 9 is Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines. The movie's fun. What I always really liked as story-wise is that Judgment Day was inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you think you could stop it, you really can't.
Mm-hmm.
And
finds another way to happen.
Exactly. So it's cool, and I always like seeing Schwarzenegger as a Terminator. And it's just a fun action movie. It's not as groundbreaking, obviously, as T2, which is one of the greatest action films of all time. But it still is a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just a Terminator movie, and I like it.
I remember a time when this was not as beloved, but since the Terminator franchise has gone in topsy-turvy direction since then, it has seemed to find a little bit more love in other people's hearts, which is nice.
Yeah, it used to be my least favorite, but now it's probably like my third favorite.
It's PG-13,
Maybe
I
fourth.
believe, right? Because this was the first one of the Terminator movies I ever saw.
I think it's R.
Oh.
Really?
I think the first PG-13 one was the one with Emilia Clarke.
Oh.
Like even Salvation was R?
I got another R-rated movie under the radar from my parents. Nice.
I feel like the big deal about this one was like it came out as PG-13. People were like, oh, it's probably not going to...
I'm pretty sure it's still rated R. I'm going to look it up now because I'm trying to...
I just remember being able to see this because it was PG-13, but I could be wrong. I might have fooled my parents.
Yeah, I feel like by 2003, like all the studios were on the bandwagon of like, let's just make all of our R properties PG-13. Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Ah, sweet. I snuck one underneath my parents' radar.
Yeah.
Number 8, Brad.
My number 8 is our first repeat. It's The Room. The first time I saw this was April Fool's Day on Adult Swim. Like I was, tuning in for Aqua Teen, and
Wait.
suddenly like there's
It's on Adult Swim?
Yeah, so I was on April Fool's, I think 2003 or 2004.
Oh, okay,
I'm trying
makes
to
sense
trying to watch Adult Swim, and there's this movie, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I think about after 5 minutes, I just changed channels, and then years later, I found out that was The Room.
You mean you didn't even stay and watch The Room?
You should stay and watch it, bud.
Yo, it's freaking awesome! They got, boobs.
I love how the entire cast of Aqua Teen Hunger Force is telling Brad he sucks.
So years later, I went to the Esquire and watched it, and with a crowd, and it was tons of fun, throwing spoons at the screen and hearing everybody quote the same stuff. Each time after that, I went, and it was like the same jokes over and over again, but, people had a rhythm and to everything, and it was fun. The movies alone, it would be like, what is this? I don't.
Do you have a joke that you heard that doesn't pertain to the routine that you heard that stood out to you in all that time?
Well, since then, I think a lot of the people who show up and do the voice the jokes have got more misogynist because they really take
Lisa to task. Yeah.
But I think it was Riff Tracks or something like. When Tommy Wiseau turns the gun on himself.
Oh, yeah. Hi, gun.
Oh, hi, gun. Like that. That was a good one. So yeah. I try to sneak that in because most people don't say it at the live thing, so I say it.
Mm-hmm. It is a little dark.
Yeah. But, it's a fun time. Mm. It wasn't on my list for prior to like a couple weeks ago. And when I reevaluated, because I did all my lists for all the years ago, and I've just been adjusting them as I go. And so, 2 weeks ago, I was like reviewing. It's like, do I like Shanghai Nights more than The Room? I haven't seen Shanghai Nights in forever. I should probably put The Room at number 8.
Oh.
Because I've seen it a bunch.
Oh, wow.
Zach, number 8.
All right. My number 8 is a wonderful horror film that is 99.9% perfect. And here it is.
Warn your friends. Warn everyone.
Welcome to my nightmare.
We're not safe awake or asleep.
Why won't you die? Freddy versus Jason.
Place your bets.
Well, every podcast needs a heel in this fight between Zach v. Ryan, Dawn of Dumb. My number 8 is Freddy vs. Jason.
You just need to learn to like this movie more, Zach. Solve all your problems.
Yeah. I can't help it that the best slasher character of all time isn't in the movie, but the second and third are fine.
False.
Second and third are fine.
False.
Erroneous.
Erroneous on both accounts.
Where'd you get the word like that? Erroneous.
It's from
Wedding Crashers.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's egregious.
No, he says erroneous. I'm pretty sure.
It's been a while since I've watched Wedding Crashers. I'm not going to remember. I really like the film. My only real knocks against it and why it's low is that these aren't the franchises that I'm the most passionate about. But I really love that they just pushed these two Titans of Terror together and threw caution to the wind. There are two.
It is erroneous.
Oh, nice, Team Ryan. But yeah, there are two jokes in the film that or lines in the film that have not aged well. One's from Kelly Rowland and the other one's from Freddy Krueger. I will say the movie not having the line "Place your bets" does suck. It should be in there. I don't care. It should be there. I love that it's in the trailer, but I wish it was in the movie. I think this movie also balances a very delicate task of. It's one of the reasons why the script's actually pretty solid. Is it does respect both franchises and their mythologies and doesn't try to push. It doesn't do anything to disrespect the other one. Like one doesn't favor the other. It's a very even keeled approach to it. Granted, Freddy only kills one person in the movie, but that's beside the point. I will say though that one of the things that really benefits this film also is that they got like Ronnie Yu, who did Bride of Chucky before this, I think, for an American audience. He just infused it with a lot of energy, and it just really, really sells this basically monster rally. It's like House of Frankenstein, but with slasher characters in a certain sense. Again, it's a fun time, and it's not the best of either franchise, but it's certainly not the worst of either franchise either. And I think it gives any fan of these movies what they would want. So if you haven't seen Freddy vs. Jason, or if you've been like, I'm not going to bother with this, like, no, you really should. It's a lot of fun. Short of those two meeting Abbott and Costello, I don't know how much more better it could have gone.
I'll talk about it later. Number 8. Finally, The Rock has come back to Filmsplosion.
One job, I wipe your slate clean. You walk out of this house a free man.
How much?
250 large.
No problem.
He's come to the other side of the world.
Is that duct tape?
To finish one last job.
I'm looking for a man. His name's Travis Walker. Brown hair, face like a weasel.
Do I know you?
I'm taking you home, Travis.
What's in Los Angeles?
Your father.
So angry.
Shut up.
If only it were that simple. Apparently, he stumbled onto a trinket of some value in my jungle.
Yep.
I want it back.
Wow. Whatever my father's paying you, I will double it.
No.
I'll quadruple it.
No.
I'll double it and quadruple it.
Hell no.
I hope you enjoy the fall.
Now what fall? Let's go.
Heads up.
You got the little birdie up there.
Shut up.
Well, you always got hit me.
We gotta get to this tree.
I got it.
Great.
Oh, what is he doing? Establish dominance.
I want hunting parties. Find them.
Find them.
I do not want to fight you. We are not fighting.
Okay, hip-hop. Don't worry, they're little people.
What?
You can take them, they're little.
Boom, 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 boom.
Guys fight hard.
I
That's a lot of cows.
The Rundown.
You got the moves. I'll give you that.
Number 8 for me is The Rundown, which is really cool about when you see this has been 20 years ago, and I used to watch The Rock on WWE, and his transcending of being a wrestler into being an action star. You know, he had that little bit in The Mummy Returns, which spawned to the Scorpion King, which led to The Rundown, and it's cool because at the beginning, the Rock is a smart guy, and he understood, you know, his place and what he needed to do. And he did action movies like this, and then he did some kid movies, and then he went back to action films. And now I know he's like one of the most bankable stars in the world, and he's the highest paid actor in the world. And it's a really fun movie. It's like a buddy comedy, and Christopher Walken's the bad guy in it. And yeah, it's just a fun movie.
I like seeing Sean William Scott get representation on this episode.
Yeah.
He's always been reliably funny.
Yeah,
I'll need to watch this. I've never seen The Rundown before.
It's definitely one of The Rock's best movies.
Nice.
Yeah, I just remember it being fun. That's all I remember.
And he's very svelte in this, watching the trailer. Like, he's not the swole guy we know him today, you know?
Yep. The Rundown. Brad, number 7.
My number 7 is probably going to become one of Ryan's favorite films because it's French.
Julian and Sophie were two mischievous kids. Who invented an outrageous game. Whoever held the tin box would meet the other's dare. The rule was simple. Are you game or not? But as they grew older, the stakes grew higher. The dares became dangerous. Until the gamble was more than just a game. It was an obsession. Better than sex. Better than love.
Sophie! Juliette!
Better than life itself. From Paramount Classics and the visionary mind of director Jan Samuel comes France's hit comedy. For better, for worse, for now, and forever. Love Me If You Dare.
Yeah, my number 7 is a Love Me If You Dare, where these two kids have this tin can that they play a game of tag between each other where they pass it to each other, and in doing so, you have to complete a dare, and then give it back. And so they just go for the next 20 years of their lives, daring each other. They grow apart, and they find ways to come back to each other. And it's I think it's a really fun, clever movie, and it's creative. And
when I was watching that trailer, I was thinking of that Brian Robinson thing where it's what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
Tim Robinson.
Yeah, Tim Robinson thing.
Yeah.
There's a line in the middle of that trailer which it goes it's something that overwhelms them, and he goes better than sex, and I mean just my brain started exploding for a second.
I picked the American trailer obviously because we're listening to it, but yeah, it's terrible. The French one I listened to, it sounds way better, but it wouldn't play. I know that whole scene with the croissants,
the classic.
that 30-minute shot just on the Eiffel Tower alone. Yeah, don't scratch that.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, my number 7, Love Me If You Dare.
Zach?
All right. My number 7 is the definitive best film of this particular IP, Anybody who says otherwise is fooling themselves and needs to get with the program.
Somewhere in the dark underworld, there is a plan. A plan to rule mankind. Now, the world's most elite organization must step forward to search the globe for evil, scour the continents for danger, and what they discover will turn the world upside down.
Let him maroon.
Looney Tunes back in action. A rabbit, a duck, a girl, a boy.
You, him, her, them.
And the evil head of the Acme Corporation who's determined to take over the world.
We must capture this son of a spy, and we must locate the diamond and use its powers for our own diabolical ends. How do you like that, Mr. Slap Yourself on Your Own Face?
Who has dynamite? Welcome to my world.
Looney Tunes back in action.
Now that's funny.
So yeah, my number 7 is Looney Tunes back in action. There's a full caveat. This movie is not perfect. I fully understand that as a fully functioning human being. But having said that, Space Jam, for all the nostalgia that people wrap around it, is not a Looney Tunes movie. In fact, it disrespects the Looney Tunes on so many levels.
Wow.
The Looney Tunes back in action, for all of its faults and
Henry,
its...
are you hearing this?
For all of its faults and its misguided spy plot, treats the Looney Tunes with the respect of honoring that legacy that was built by all those guys at Termite Terrace, from the humor on down to the animation and on down to treating these characters the way the characters should be treated. But like I said, it's not perfect. They were trying to follow up Space Jam with a bunch of different ideas. One was Race Jam at one point, which is a title that I'm glad they just steered away from. And then another one was going to be Skate Jam at one point, and then they finally settled upon Spy Jam. Jackie Chan was going to be involved in this movie, and then I think it's Joe Dante got involved in it, and then suddenly it became more about trying to honor Chuck Jones, and then Warner Brothers, in a fashion that they've continued to this day, interfered for no reason, and it resulted in the final film we have. I still think the film is funny. The first third of this film is a great Looney Tunes movie. The last 2/3 are wonderful moments of a Looney Tunes movie with a kind of meh spy plot or spy comedy attached to it. And Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser in this movie, killing it, acting alongside the Looney Tunes. It's a lot of fun. For me, this was a fun watch in a theater with the family, and it has stuck with me as a Looney Tunes fan since. And Daffy Duck is given a characterization of respect, and they analyze his character in a way that's pretty interesting, which is like, what is it like being number 2 to Bugs Bunny all the time? And the guy who played him, Joe Alasky, who's no longer with us, is fantastic in the performance. It's one of the best voiceover performances in an animated or live-action animation hybrid film I've ever heard. Like, he really plays that character well in a way that Mel Blanc only did better.
Put your fingers down here.
Sorry.
Yeah, this movie's brutal.
Tell me how much you love me. How much? That much?
This much.
That much.
Hey, are you okay?
They're all dead. He's a bad man.
We're gonna have to call the cops, I guess.
Excuse me.
What the hell was that?
What?
I just saw something.
right, that's it. If somebody's out there, just come on out!
What is that? The hitchhiker. What were they all doing here?
What the hell are you doing in my house?
You're all gonna die.
My number 7 is the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think of all the slasher films, it's the one that's been remade or reimagined the most.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of restarts and reboots. This one follows the original pretty closely, about a group of kids that pick up a hitchhiker and get stuck at a crazy family's farmhouse where they're cannibals, and the big brute of Leatherface terrorizes people. But the scene-stealing person in this is R. Lee Ermey, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
He's brilliant in this film. Yeah, in this movie, it's unrelenting. Some people don't like the Platinum Doom stuff, but I like this. I like Friday 2009 as well. And it's just a cool movie. And it's one of those ones that when I saw, I was definitely on the edge of my seat during, because the pace is unrelenting. You know, Leatherface is really brooding in it, but like I said, R. Lee Ermey in it steals the picture, and he's the most despicable person and the scariest person in the whole film.
The film, because they're called the Hewitt family in the remake, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
They basically more or less reimagined the Sawyers from the original '74 film in a very inventive way, and they. I mean, the first film, and to a large extent the second film in the original entries, are kind of comedies in areas. This one just takes it to a straight, lean, mean, like unapologetically dark film. It has a lot of merit to it, and I think this is what kicks off the remake boom for the slasher films, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because without this, you don't get Rob Zombie's Halloween or The Spell's Friday, and then Nightmare on Elm Street by Samuel Bayer killed it.
Yeah, I think this is also better paced. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen the original once, but like I remember there's a lot of setup, and like all the cool stuff happens in like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas this gets more spread out. So
agreed.
This I'm surprised though, like, because they did a prequel to it too, and I'm surprised that they didn't try to capitalize more off of this reimagining of the series beyond the ones a follow-up entry. But yeah, they've rebooted this concept so many times at this point.
Brad, number 6.
Yep, my number 6 is another comic book movie.
Trick or treat!
Look at this. We got Superman and Batman. And what about you, young man?
I'm Harvey Peacock.
It doesn't sound like a superhero to me.
Oh, forget this. Why does everybody have to be so stupid?
Here's me, all grown up and going nowhere.
I'm not doing as great as you think.
I gotta get out of here.
My second wife divorced me. I work a dead-end job as a file clerk.
So if you're the kind of person looking for some fantasy figure to save the day, guess what? You got the wrong movie. In the early 60s, I met this shy retiring cat from Philadelphia.
Meet my buddy, Bob Crump. You should see his comics.
I could write comic book stories that are different from anything that's being done.
This is great stuff. Can I illustrate them? These are all about you?
Yeah.
You turn yourself into a comic hero.
Ordinary life is pretty complex stuff.
What happened to the new American Splendor?
I think we sold them.
Why does everything in my life have to be such a complicated disaster?
I think you and I got a lot in common.
I don't really know what to expect. The way Crumb draws you have all these wavy, stinky lines.
Those are motion lines. I'm an active guy. Hey, are you Joyce?
Hey, Harvey.
Yes, you might as well know right off the bat I had a vasectomy.
I have all these food allergies, self-diagnosed anemic degenerative illness.
Wow, you're a sick woman.
Not yet, but I expect to be. I think we should skip the whole courtship thing and just get married.
From off the streets of Cleveland, please say hello to Harvey Picar.
You're Harvey Picar. You're famous.
Son, you done good. You're the embodiment of the American dream.
I never felt more like a sellout hack in my life.
I'm still a file clerk. I have always been a file clerk.
Could you get me some water and a few aspirin?
What, you got a headache?
No, but I want to avoid one.
You should try believing in something bigger than yourself. It might cheer you up.
What, do I seem depressed?
Yeah, my number 6 is American Splendor, a movie about the life of Harvey Picar and his comic American Splendor, and I really like the way it blends, like there's comic panels and the way it blends between, I think, Harvey Picar's own dialogue and then Paul Giamatti's performance and then the panels and the animation to just tell the story of his life, which is sort of mundane, but pretty spectacular for a guy who just did indie comics.
I haven't seen it in so long. It's a fun movie, though.
I've only watched it once, but I remember loving that whole blending element and how they're kind of incorporating all aspects of Picar's life and whatnot, and embracing the multimedia aspect of it. Yeah. Good movie, Brad.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Zach, number 6.
All right. My number 6 is the last horror film on my list, but man, it's quite a horror film, and here it is.
Howdy, folks. You like blood, violence, freaks of nature?
On a stormy Halloween night, 4 young people set out across the back roads of America.
What's that? It's a hitchhiker.
What, should we stop?
We can't leave her out here in the rain.
In search of a mysterious figure known only as
Dr. Satan. You know anything about the legend of Dr. Satan?
Yeah, I can show you.
Dr. Satan! Ah, Dr. Satan!
What they uncovered
You ain't seen nothing yet.
is the most horrifying and shocking tale of carnage ever seen.
Well, I bet you'd stick your head in the fire if I told you could see hell.
You seen this girl?
Yeah, they want to play Nancy Drew with this local legend that people call Dr. Satan.
Stupid kids probably got themselves lost.
Let's get out of this nut house.
The boogeyman is real. And you found him.
It's showtime!
Please don't kill us.
From director Rob Zombie comes a journey into hell.
This can't be real. This can't be real. This can't be real.
House of 1,000 Corpses.
Hope you like what you see!
Yeah, my number 6 is House of 1,000 Corpses, Rob Zombie's directorial debut. I'm a Rob Zombie apologist, I guess, or I would
say you're sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a fan of his films. Not all of them work, but I tend to find his style unique and interesting enough to watch each outing. But I didn't get into him until after it was confirmed that he was making Halloween. So I didn't see this until 2007, and I was like, well, I gotta find out who the hell is gonna be taking over the greatest slasher franchise of all time. And I was impressed enough to be like, all right, I'm down. And House of 1,000 Corpses, I think the one thing that I like about it, as opposed to the follow-up films that happened, because I like Devil's Rejects. It's a very objectively brilliant follow-up. But this one's just a lot more goofy and off the wall and just unapologetically cartoonish, mixed in with this 70s like dark slasher Tobe Hooper kind of vibe. People go out into the middle of a house in the middle of nowhere and like find themselves amongst a bunch of maniacs. And in that respect, I think it's just it's endlessly more fascinating to re-examine as compared to say Devil's Rejects or 3 from Hell. And I will say though, like I wonder if there's a longer cut of this film, because the one knock I have against it is that it's so short and it feels like everything's a little bit too sporadic for its own good. But at the end of the day, him coming off of music videos into this, it's an easy, smooth transition into what his filmmaking would become. So, and everybody's giving top-notch performances in here, from Sid Haig on down to Rainn Wilson. Like, everybody hits their marks exactly as they're supposed to in a horror movie. And Bill Moseley is a terrifying beast in the film. It's an interesting creation from a guy who's gone on to be one of the most divisive figures in horror history. It's my phone. But yeah, that's my number 6. House of a Thousand Corpses.
This is where I get back Zach.
Action.
You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?
You know, for a second there, yeah, I kind of did.
My number 6, and Brad, number 5?
Yep.
Is Kill Bill Volume 1.
Tag team review, baby.
Hell yeah. A really fun film, and now, as I want to say that I've matured as a film goer or lover or mother lover, I get the references in the movies more, and I see the homages that Tarantino is playing throughout the film. Do I need to explain the plot? Has everybody seen Kill Bill, right?
It's a harrowing drama set amid World War II, right?
Correct.
Yes, that's right.
It's a revenge film.
Yeah, it's literally this woman is attacked on her wedding day, and she goes back and seeks revenge against her former lover, Bill. And it follows her exploits in the first volume, and the first volume is more of an action film than the second one.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest, it's supposed to be one complete film. But Miramax executives were like, audiences can't handle a 3.5 hour,
because the two people who head that studio are fucking cowards.
Yes.
So let's split it up. Let's charge admission twice for this movie.
Right. But the cool thing is like seeing the shots in the trailer, you realize how cool of a movie it is, and the dialogue is really cool in it. I mean, Quentin Tarantino makes cool movies, so they usually end up on my list of Filmsplosions.
And yet you still haven't seen The Hateful Eight. Don't understand you.
Nope, I have not.
I gave you a Blu-ray.
I know,
how many years ago?
It's sitting on my shelf.
Yeah.
And I will one day.
Yeah. I'll watch The Eagle and the Hawk when you watch The Hateful Eight.
The Eagle and the Hawk is like 71 minutes. The Hateful Eight is I'll have to sit down and...
I gave you more.
So yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. It's so well known now. It's a really cool movie.
I remember the build up to it. Like, I was so excited to watch it. And there's that, you get to the action scene, you're like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. And then it switches to black and white, like right before the fight, and you're just like, I don't know, 20 years ago, I was kind of bummed out. Like, oh, we're not gonna see like in color blood and everything.
Yeah, I want to see geysers of blood.
But I get it now.
Yeah,
it's your artistic choice, and it avoided the probably NC-17 rating you're going to get for it. So, but like I said, release 1 and 2 as the original complete whole bloody affair, and I will buy it. Yeah. I don't know why they're not doing it, because they're releasing all the other Tarantino films on 4K. It seems like it's about time.
Might be a matter also of who may have any holdings on the rights. See the Dogma situation for more details.
Lame.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Zach, number 5.
All right. Well, Ryan swept me, and so did Brad technically. So I'm going to get revenge by showing Ryan another French trailer.
Fuck. What's French for fuck?
Fuck. Les fuck.
Les fuck.
So yeah, my number 5 is The Triplets of Belleville. I think that this is like a good example of the benefit of the animated feature category being introduced to the Oscars, because if it's done correctly and Disney isn't buying those awards like it generally does, it allows other countries to get some kind of an entry in there, and this was one of them, and that's how I found out about it. And at first, I thought I was in for a rip-roaring animated film about a bunch of triplets who are in their elderly years. In fact, it's much different. They are an important part of the film and saving the day, but the real story is about a grandmother whose son or grandson, I guess, is a cyclist. He's riding in like a Tour de France-esque race, and he gets kidnapped by gangsters who collect other bicyclists and force them to participate in basically like simulated races for gambling purposes. And so the grandmother goes to save her son, and along the way she meets the triplets of Belleville. It's been a while since I've watched the film, and I owe it a rewatch because this film's relevance has come back into my life because of the Jacques Tati series I'm doing with Sterling Cook. And I can now... everything about the film that I didn't fully get when watching it around this time in 2003, I now understand why it's funny because of having experienced Jacques Tati a little bit more. Sylvain Chomet is very into Tati, and it's evident in each frame of the film. And I think that it's just beautifully animated. It's very odd, it's very angular, and it's got a very definitive style about it. It's a wonder to watch. So if you've never seen The Triplets of Belleville, I truly recommend it. It's a very unique little experience, and it's not dialogue driven, so like you're not really reading subtitles in this film. Like it's very as close to a silent affair as you can possibly get.
Yeah. From the artsy fartsy animation, I'm going to go for the big film of the year.
Stop! I got something to tell you!
Mine?
Don't make any sudden moves. Hop inside my mouth if you want to live.
Right. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me.
Whoa, hold on, wait to cross.
71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water.
How's it going, Bob?
That's a big place to find one fish.
Has anybody seen my son?
Your son Chico?
No, it's Nemo. We're looking for Nemo.
Name's Crush. I gotta find my son Nemo.
Grab shell, dude.
Grab what?
To find Nemo,
Let's ask for directions.
No!
What is it with men and asking for directions?
will take a miracle.
Yeah, I saw him, but I'm not telling you where he went.
All right, I'll talk.
Getting him back is a whole other story.
Hello.
Walt Disney Pictures presents a Pixar Animation Studios film.
We're gonna help him escape. Nemo, don't give up.
Your dad's been fighting the entire ocean looking for you.
I'm coming, Nemo.
I never knew my father.
Come on, group hug.
On May 30th.
Oh, my stomach.
No hurling on the shell, dude, okay? Just waxed it.
You've got to see it
Charge!
to believe it.
Nice.
Finding Nemo.
Everybody hold on!
My number 5 and Brad's number 4 is Finding Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a really cute movie. I don't think, again, these last couple movies I've picked, everyone's seen. You know, it's about a little fish that gets lost, and his dad and the forgetful fish Dory go looking for him, and it's about their adventures through the sea. Beautifully animated, a really cute movie. I remember when this came out, it was such a big deal, and it was so popular. I mean, obviously they made a sequel, but it's one of those films that has transcended the animation genre.
Did this really? Didn't this resurge DeGeneres a whole ton? Like,
oh yeah,
it was a big contributing factor.
Oh, yeah.
I will say though, I love Albert Brooks in the film.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He's amazing.
It's it lent it too, because you get someone like Albert Brooks and Ellen DeGeneres that other studios were starting to cast actors in voiceover roles.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always work, but in this instance, they all work. You know, you mentioned Willem Dafoe while the trailer's playing; he's great in the movie.
Shark bait.
Even this movie's 20 years old; it still looks spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Kellen watches it all the time, and so it's just a fun movie. It's a cute movie. It's one we revisit a lot, and one of the cool things about having a little guy is I get to revisit these films a lot.
It was back in a time when Pixar didn't have expectations.
That's true too.
You just be like, you would enjoy Monsters Inc. or Toy Story, but you at least I wasn't looking forward to be like, oh, what's Pixar going to bring us next year?
Yeah.
You just be like, oh, they're making Finding Nemo, and then you get around to seeing it, and you'd be like, wow, this is one of the best movies of the year.
Yeah.
Outside of Toy Story 2, each of their new ideas seem like a big gamble. Like toys come to life, bugs, but it's their lives. Monsters in a closet, fish trying to find another fish. Like, it all sounds like random ideas out of a hat.
What if cars were alive?
Yeah, what if cars were alive?
What's a rat's life like?
Yeah, and but you're right, and it's even today. Elemental came out this year, and it didn't get the fanfare that Pixar films usually get, but it had this incredible long legs, and people went and saw it. And it's a beautiful film, too. And they still amaze me when you go and see them. Even Kellen and I love The Good Dinosaur, and it's not one of their most popular films, but again, their artistry is stunning, and it's really showcased really well in Finding Nemo, where Toy Story and Toy Story 2 and Monsters Inc. and Bugs Life, they all look great, but I felt Finding Nemo kind of upped it even more.
I think they found the roundedness of their heart. It's like one of the most ultimate expressions of their emotional qualities as a company.
Yep, agreed. Zach, number 4.
All right. Well, we're going from a lighthearted rated G to a very depressing R rating, and here it is.
Hey, Divine. What you looking at? The old neighborhood.
There are places that make us who we are.
Save!
I used to play on this street when I was a kid.
Really?
Moments that give us hope.
Do not make her laugh. Where have you been?
Feelings that make us question our beliefs. Fears that trigger our darkest emotions.
It's my daughter's car.
He sent my daughter in there! He sent my daughter in there! Oh, God!
For a couple seconds on Saturday, she looked at me like she was preparing to never see me again.
You don't think I'd hurt her, do you?
She isn't hurt, Brendan. She's dead.
I loved her so much.
I know in my soul I contributed to your death, but I don't know how.
I'm gonna find him before the police do. I'm gonna find him and I'm gonna kill him.
You know what I was thinking about? Vampires. Maybe one day you wake up and you forget what it's like to be human. Maybe then it's okay.
You're not making any sense.
Sometimes I think all of this is just a dream, you know?
How about you tell us what really happened Saturday night, Mr. Boyle? And why's your wife acting like she's afraid of you, huh?
Everyone is weak. Everyone but us. You could rule this town.
We bury our sins here.
Run! Run! Dave, run! Run!
We washed him clean.
My number 4 is Mystic River by Clint Eastwood.
That is quite the whiplash.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, there's no way to comically introduce this movie.
It's quite the heavy movie. It's a really good film, though.
It is, yeah. I didn't see this until, I did not see this in the theaters by any stretch. I got around to it around the same time that I found myself discovering $1 Million Baby and Unforgiven and other Clint Eastwood films. And part of it was because in my high school video production class, my teacher had the poster for this film up on the wall. When I finally watched the film, I kept wondering, why is the poster for this film up on the wall? Apart from the fact that it's a very good movie, it just seems like a very dark movie to have in a poster for in the classroom. But yeah, it is. I think it is a good example of never underestimating how great a director Clint Eastwood is, in spite of his recent output being not so stellar. This is like a truly fantastic noir piece set amid this very tragic childhood and what happens all those years later, and how those early traumas affected these gentlemen's lives in different ways, and how it all centers around a crime all too similar or adjacent. Every performer in this is remarkable. I'm not even the world's biggest Sean Penn fan, and I will up and down declare no, this is one of the best performances of 2003 is his performance. Tim Robbins is remarkable in the film. It's one of the most tragic performances you'll ever see. Kevin Bacon doesn't get as flashy a part as the other two, but he holds his own as a sturdy supporting character with Larry Fishburne. It's an actor's movie in a lot of respects. And I just think it's kind of masterful to watch. I like when Eastwood isn't in his own movies because I get to watch him uninhibited as a visual artist. And I think this is one of the best examples of how good he can be in so many ways. So if you've never seen Mystic River, trigger warnings up in advance. It is a very dark movie, but if you within your comfort zone, if you can watch it, you will be treated to a very, very fine masterclass of a drama.
If Eastwood was in the movie, which role would you cast him in?
The River. I don't know.
Clint Eastwood is the River.
Oh, now I'm floating. Now I'm swaying in the wind.
My number 4 is a comic book movie.
Doesn't it ever wake you in the middle of the night? The feeling that someday they will pass that foolish law and come for you and your children. Take you all away. It does indeed. I feel a great swell of pity for the poor soul who comes to that school looking for trouble. What's happened to you?
Don't you remember?
You should have killed me when you had the chance!
You're gonna kill him, Bobby!
No! No!
Welcome, Professor.
You haven't told him about his past.
Who is he?
I can't remember.
Sometimes anger can help you survive.
The war has begun. Eric, what have you done?
My number 4 is X2 X-Men United, which is a horrible name, but the film is really awesome. And when I watch the trailer, I forget about the prestigious actors that are in it. I'm not even exaggerating. From Halle Berry to Ian McKellen to Patrick Stewart. I mean, Patrick Stewart is just born to play Charles Xavier. It's just a really cool movie, and it ups the ante of the first X-Men film, which I thought was a really good film too. But this film almost feels like the bridge between Spider-Man being the greatest superhero film of all time to Spider-Man 2 being the greatest superhero film of all time. And see what I did there?
Charles always wanted to build bridges.
It's interesting because the X-Men films peaked at number 2. Number 3, I don't think is as bad as people say it is.
No, it's fine.
But it is.
But First Class is really great. Days of Future Past is incredible.
Then
it's okay. Apocalypse isn't bad.
They're fine. This almost made my list. I put The Room at number 10 because I wanted to have fun remembering The Room, but X2 would have been on this list. It is one of the best superhero films ever made, and I'll know in no short part to Brian Cox as the villain.
Yeah, it's just a fun movie, and there's really cool fights in it. You learn more about Logan, and anytime Magneto and Professor X have a battle of wits, I'd watch an hour and a half of them just talking. So.
And playing chess. They have to do both of those. I will say this is one of those first movies where I learned about dark humor because I had seen the first X-Men movie in the theater. My dad took me to see this, and there was this. It's the scene where Mystique and Magneto are in the ship with them, and they're looking at Rogue and they're giggling, and he just goes, "We love what you've done with your hand." And I felt bad laughing about it at that point, and now that I'm older, I'm just like, that is That is funny.
Yeah, so fun stuff. X-Men United. Brad, number 3.
Let's sail some 7 seas.
You don't know what this is, do you? Aztec gold. The heathen gods placed upon the gold a terrible curse. 10 years we've searched. Every last piece we have found, save for this. Hello, Bobby.
They've taken Elizabeth.
Welcome aboard the Black Pearl.
We must save her. Where do we start? Jack Sparrow. He talked about the Black Pearl. Make a deal with him. He can lead us to it.
You forget your place. You are a blacksmith.
If you spring me from this cell, I shall take you to the Black Pearl and your bonny lass.
You're a pirate.
Forgot one very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Not sure I deserve it. You're not facing normal pirates. Cruel, demented, vicious pirates, to be certain.
Say goodbye. Goodbye.
But cruel, demented, vicious pirates who cannot be killed. The moonlight shows us for what we really are. That's interesting. We are cursed men.
I hardly believe in ghost stories anymore.
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one. Gents, you all remember Captain Jack Sparrow. Kill him. I'm gonna teach you the meaning of pain.
You like pain? Try wearing a corset.
Here they come.
Pirates of the Caribbean. The Curse of the Black Pearl.
I may have deserved that.
Yeah, my number 3 is Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
7.
Yeah, this was a surprise, I'd say, when it first came out, of how entertaining it was. Not a lot of pirate films going on at that time. And then, yeah, this is blew everything out of the water. Introduced the now classic character, Captain Jack Sparrow, and went on to overuse him. Because, in this movie, he's a side character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Will Turner and his journey. And then, they just really ran that character into the ground with 4 more movies.
It's probably among the top 10 Disney films of all time, animation or live action period. It's so solidly made.
And one of the coolest things I thought was adding a supernatural element to the pirate movie of all these cursed pirates that their skeletons are exposed in the moonlight. I thought that was just a nice, awesome, cool modern twist on it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, tons of fun. Just a blast.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Zach, number 3?
My number 3 is a repeat. It's Kill Bill Volume 1. Or as I call it, the first half of Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, because Miramax are a bunch of fucking cowards. I remember seeing the trailer for this in a theater in 2003, and I was doing karate at that time as a kid, and I remember asking my mom if we could watch it, and I did not get a definitive answer. I didn't end up watching the film until 2005, around the time that Kill Bill Volume 2 ended up coming out on DVD, or somewhere around that line. It might have been the year after that. But this first volume is not my favorite part of Kill Bill, but man, it is a slick, solid action film that does not stop. I rewatched it in part 2 for the first time in years, earlier in February with my girlfriend, and she had never seen it before, and she was pretty much hooked immediately, and it's no secret why. Uma Thurman, Daryl Hannah, Lucy Liu. Everybody's just kicking ass in this film. It's no nonsense. We're getting right down to it. This is a revenge story, and it's just so efficiently and solidly told. And Tarantino's dialogue helps add to that flourish. And you can watch him become a much more visual director out of this, because his first 3 films are very dialogue-based, and there's a lot of talking at a diner scene and whatnot. And this one he's up in the ante on his visual acumen, and he's delivering brilliantly. Yeah, it's a near perfect film. Like, the only problem is it's split up into 2 movies when it doesn't need to be. Again, Miramax, you're a bunch of fucking cowards. So anyway, yeah, my number 3, Kill Bill Volume 1.
I do like revisiting Tarantino films because I think you appreciate them a lot when you rewatch them. And he is definitely one of the better filmmakers.
The spoiler for Volume 2, when Bill does the Superman speech where he's like, I'm keen on comic books and whatnot, that speech has evolved and grown for me over the years because of the way he's dissecting their relationship. Like, it's just a really solid, maybe like heavy-handed, but very, very entertaining piece of dialogue that just works better over time, especially in a world with so many comic book movies and so many Superman iterations these days. It's just solid, yeah. And it also has a really good silly rabbit tricks are for kids joke in the movie out of nowhere, which is really nice.
That movie came out, there was only 4 Superman movies.
Yeah. Look where we are now.
My number 3 is a repeat. It is Freddy versus Jason.
It's my number 2.
Oh my gosh.
Another tag team.
Hell yeah. This was a huge event for me because I love Jason. And, I mean, I know Brad and I saw it in theaters. I remember we put it, when the DVD came out, we watched it when we were working at Game Crazy. When Game Crazy was open. Maybe not the most appropriate things. I can't believe we're still not around at Game Crazy. But it's always cool to me because I love Jason, and it's one of those moments where on screen you wanted to see these 2 monsters fight. And
teased all the way back in 1994.
Yeah, with Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah. And it's fun. Like, it's a really fun movie. And I forgive all the exposition in it because I get why they have to have it. But where it delivers is at the end, where you're getting a fight in the dream world, then you get a fight in the real world, and then there is no real clear winner.
It's a draw. Yeah.
It's fun, and it's tons of gore and practical effects, even when they mix in the CGI. But the last fight is over the top and really fun.
I know. Like, where did Freddy Krueger learn Kung Fu all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Well, he's a dream master of his own.
But he's in the real world at that point.
Yeah. You know,
he's like some janitor pedophile who took karate lessons, I guess, at one point.
That's true. And in the first film, when he gets into the real world and Nancy pulls him in, he is kind of stumbling and bumbling around in a basement and getting set on fire. So,
yeah,
a little bit of a logic gap, tiny.
You know, my only pushback from it, and again, I love this movie, is I think actually Ronnie Yu kind of hurts the film. I think his slow motion and like smear stuff really takes away from it. Also, Jason is fine in it, but I really wanted to see Kane Hodder. I wanted to see like the aggressiveness.
He earned it.
That's New Line fucking up. That's their fault.
The aggressiveness, and I mean, but Ronnie Yu wanted a really big, hulking, slow-moving Jason.
Yeah, and the guy who eventually did do it is great.
He's fine. I just wanted to see the more aggressiveness that Kane Hodder brought to it.
I didn't think about the slow motion, but you're right. I think I'm more thinking of like how fast paced that finale is. The exception of the slow mo, like he's moving it at a clip. He's not stopping.
Yeah, and he's fun. Like I love the commentary on the Blu-ray. But it's just a fun movie, and I think a lot of times we forget when we watch films just to have fun, and that's one of those movies that when I sat down and watched it, I wasn't disappointed.
Hey, Ryan, really quickly, because you and I have talked about this before, can we talk about how you shouldn't worry if somebody is playing around with some kind of imagery and thinking it's messing with mythology? Because everybody seems to think that they made Jason afraid of water in this movie, and I don't think that's what happened.
No, I think that's a really big misconception. I think it's actually dealing with the trauma of dying by drowning.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that he's afraid of the water.
Yeah, so you're saying that fanboys who get angry should maybe just sit down and be quiet?
Yeah, just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, exactly.
Always enjoy the ride.
Have fun. Fun is fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And I thought it was a good story move to make Jason this manipulated puppet for Freddy.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're right. Because there's even the great moment where Freddy realizes he doesn't have his powers back yet, and Robert Englund looks right at the camera and says,
"Still not strong enough.
I'll let Jason have a little more fun."
Mm-hmm.
And then when he gets pissed off because he wants to kill that one girl and Jason beats him to it, that's the catalyst for him wanting to fight Jason. Is brilliant.
I will say, I know that exposition is a little heavy, but it gives Englund choice acting moments at the top to just ham it up. It's solid. Also, just remember the Freeberg character, the Jason Mewes equivalent. If you've seen, I think it's Never Sleep Again, when they're interviewing people from the cast of Freddy vs. Jason. At one point, they brought in Jason Mewes and said, it was an honor to play Freeberg. Wait a minute, I didn't play fucking Freeberg. And it just walks out.
Yeah, no, it's a fun movie.
The goalie was pissed off, dude.
And I love the DVD. I wish New Line still made platinum versions of their stuff.
Well, talk to Warner Brothers. You can get angry at them again for another thing.
Yeah,
because that's their fault. Parent company, parent problems.
Zach, number 2.
All right, my number 2 is from a guy who doesn't really get talked a lot about by me on these Filmsplosions. His name is Timothy Burton. Anybody heard this name before? No? Okay, well, here's one of his low-budget indie films.
In telling the story of my father's life, it's impossible to separate fact from the fiction, the man from the myth. The best I can do is to tell it the way he told me.
If there was one thing you can say about that broom,
was that I was intended for larger things. I was the biggest thing Ashton had ever seen.
From the imagination of director Tim Burton.
Most men, they'll tell you a story straight through. It won't be complicated, but it won't be interesting either.
Did you ever think that maybe you're not too big, but maybe this town is just too small?
They say when you meet the love of your life, time stops. And that's true. Your mother was never supposed to marry me. She was engaged to somebody else.
Forget it, kid. Don't waste your time. She's out of your league.
You don't even know me.
Sure I do. You were hot stuff back in Hickville. But here in the real world, you got squat.
Now, I may not have much, but I have more determination than any man you're ever likely to meet.
Sandra Templeton, I love you and I will marry you.
I was drying out.
Dad, I have no idea who you are.
What do you want, Will? Who do you want me to be?
Just yourself. Just show me who you are for once.
Discover an adventure as big as life itself.
In telling the story of my father's life,
Bravo Company, go!
Doesn't always make sense, but that's what kind of story this is.
Big Fish.
My number 2 is Big Fish. I don't know if I'd fully gotten into Tim Burton per se. All I know is I used to read the newspaper with the movie section, and it said there's an advanced screening of Big Fish, and I was like, advanced screening? Dad, let's go. So my dad took me to a movie about a dad recounting his life story and then dying at the end. So I was an emotional wreck at the end of the movie. But I really enjoyed it immensely. I compulsively rewatched this a bunch throughout my middle school and high school years. And I still have a copy on hand if I want a good cry. I think it's an example of Burton managing in the best possible way he ever will be able to his quirky side with a grounded, emotional, like realistic side, in a way that where the two complement each other, and the blurring of a quirky, erratic sense of humor works for the emotion of the piece. I've heard people say that there's a balance there's a balance issue with this, and I completely disagree. And I find it to be a very moving film for on a multiple amount of levels, not just from like, loving your father, but also just the idea of imagination, the idea of storytelling. Like it's got a couple different angles about it that just speak to me as a person. So it's a film that I think about often, even if I don't rewatch it at the same rate I used to, because it's something that will make me cry in an instant. At the same time, it is also very fun to imitate Albert Finney in this movie, because he is just kind of like, William, come on over here to your father. Like it is like the overdrawn drawl Southern accent. And there's like, hit a rock and you're going to hit a famous character actor in this film, whether it's Danny DeVito or fucking Steve Buscemi. Like there's always somebody roaming around this movie. So yeah, my number 2, Big Fish.
Is that the last time Tim Burton's made like a dramatic, serious film?
No, Big Eyes.
Oh, okay.
But that's it. Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, because everything else has been adaptations of like existing properties or
Corpse Bride or Frankenweenie or stuff like that, which I guess was also an existing property. Yeah, I think this was the kind of the last. He only did Big Eyes, if I recall, because he was basically doing a favor for Alexander and Karaszewski, the writers. So.
My number 2 is also a repeat. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl. And I love movies that come out of nowhere where you don't expect them to be really great. And I'm a huge Disney guy. So when I saw the film and then I saw that they incorporated the actual ride elements into the film, it's the skeleton steering the ship. And they thought, you know what? Let's make this about skeletons and zombies. And I thought it was great. And you mentioned it earlier, Brad. Yeah, Jack Sparrow as a supporting character is great. The other films do overexpose him, and I think it actually hurts him in diminished returns. And yeah, it's just a really fun movie. I mentioned this on Freddy vs. Jason, but I love when movies are just fun and you can go and just enjoy a film and sit back and relax. I'll never forget during COVID and theaters were opening and it was nothing but dramas after dramas after dramas. I started to get like depressed. Like, can we just see a movie where it's just funny or fun, some adventure stuff? So, another film that is about 2.5 hours long, but flies by because there's always something going on. It's really well shot. It's incredibly acted well.
It's scary at times too.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a good gateway horror film for someone like my kid and stuff. And we have enjoyed it. So yeah, my number 2 is Pirates of the Caribbean and Curse of the Black Pearl.
And aside from like sporadic entries, it really is kind of like a successor to the Errol Flynn kind of swashbuckler film. Because Cutthroat Island doesn't count. I'm sorry, James.
Brad, we made it to your number 1.
All right, you two are stupid. Obviously, the number 1 movie is X2, X-Men United.
Oh, fuck!
Which has already been talked about. Thank you.
Should I call you Logan Weapon X?
No, call me Wolverine.
Wait, Ryan. This is a perfect opportunity as Brad is running you to yell, "You should have swept me when you had the chance."
Yeah. At one point, this was the pinnacle of superhero movies.
No, I mean, the pinnacle was the year before in Spider-Man, but
right, and then this took over, and so it was the greatest.
Spider-Man 2. Next
and then
year.
The Dark Knight obliterated them all. We get it.
Yeah, again, I didn't grow up with Marvel comics, so I don't. My reference was the movies, and in 2000, X-Men surprised me, and we used to like fight as Wolverine versus Wolverine on stage with my friends during lunch hour. And then, the movie was over. I never thought about a sequel. And then, 3 years later, the sequel came out and it got so much better.
Yeah.
And I love the backstory of Wolverine and, he's fighting the Striker guy and has to go and like fight his past. And even better was, all I focused on with the movie was the X-Men trying to stop Stryker, and then they have to team up with their adversaries from the previous movie. Like, that's crazy. But even better was that after you thought the movie was resolved, Magneto comes in and turns the tables and against him and uses Cerebro against them. And, that was such a great twist of the real villain.
Fucking Magneto.
Yeah, friggin' Magneto.
That's why he's one of the greatest comic book villains of all time.
He's not their friends at all.
But he will still play chess with him because remember, they are old friends.
Yeah. We lost Rogue in that, the Jean Grey,
we
right?
lost Jean Grey, yeah.
And so at that point, you're like, oh, I can't wait for X3 to find out what happens. And then X3 happened, and it was not satisfying.
That has my favorite. X3 does have one of my favorite lines by Magneto ever. It's after Charles Xavier has died, basically by Magneto goading on Jean Grey. And then he's going out to San Francisco, and he lifts up the bridge, and he goes, Charles always wanted to build bridges. And just drops it down for the Wrecker Island.
Yeah.
Just I'm going to just insult my friend here, who I've pretty much killed.
Yeah, cool, almost cliffhanger ending, and then, kind of goes nowhere.
And again, Brian Cox as Stryker, man. He's just so fucking slimy. It's villainy goodness.
Yep.
Zach, number one.
My number one is The End of a Journey, which, in spite of the jokes that certain clerks would make 3 years later, is worth my time and my adoration and my devotion. And here
the eye of the enemy is moving.
The end has come.
Every day, Frodo moves closer to Mordor. How do we know Frodo is alive? What does your heart tell you?
Come, Master. Come to speak.
This is your test. Every path you have trod through wilderness, through war, has led to this road.
The enemy will never let Aragorn come to the throne of Gondor.
It is time. Give him the sword of the king.
Become who you were born to be.
The precious will be ours.
He means to murder us!
Papa!
I'm not sending him away. Come, Smeagol.
The order set. The pieces are moving.
He is here.
We come to it at last.
I see in your eyes the same fear that would take the heart of me. A day may come when the courage of men fails. When we forsake our friends and break all bonds of fellowship. But it is not this day.
Whatever happens, stay with me.
This day, we fight!
All you have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to you.
We shall see the Shire again.
You gave away your life's grace. I cannot protect you anymore.
We cannot achieve victory through strength of arms.
Not for ourselves.
But we can give Frodo a chance.
All right. My number one is the logical choice, which is Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
Mine too.
Yeah, right on, Ryan. Yeah. Ryan, why don't you talk about why do you like this?
It's more of I actually think The Two Towers is the better movie.
Right.
But I think this isn't a culmination of an incredible feat in filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
you're invested in the characters. The film is very well made. The acting is incredible. It's just a film. I remember sitting in the theater and just being engulfed and in the world. And I love when I revisit it every couple years, the whole trilogy, because it just reminds me of how much I love these films. And I'm not even really a big fantasy person, but I think when
outside
you have
of Harry
some,
Potter, I guess.
Yeah, but you have someone like Peter Jackson take stuff he obviously loves and respects, and doesn't look down on it, and he doesn't change it. He just lets the story be itself. I think it does wonders. I think it's a wonderful ending to one of the best trilogies ever.
I agree. And I look at it in terms of how you look at Sam Raimi with Spider-Man. It's a director that you admire for other films doing something that is completely off the unexpected, but he shows great devotion to it. Like, this was my introduction to Jackson, was this trilogy, but since then it's like, oh, the guy who did Heavenly Creatures, a movie that I in a lot of ways probably love more than Lord of the Rings to some extent, does something like Lord of the Rings and makes it even greater.
Yeah.
Like, this got me into Lord of the Rings. By the time this third film came out, like, leading up to it, I finally read the books. And I being in 7th grade, I don't know if I understood every single thing happening, but I just loved getting lost in that world at a certain point. Each of these films makes me cry. This film is like a bucket full of tears because of one, it's got a very long ending, but there's a lot of high point emotional moments that just make you well up, because he has earned every single moment in those films to allow that emotion to flow, and at the same time of balancing all of the established characters that we've grown to love, he introduces new and even more complex characters like Denethor. Like that whole idea of Denethor and his grieving over the loss of Boromir and then eventually slightly Faramir is a striking performance by John Noble. It's very, very, it's almost like a Hammer horror kind of performance. It's operatic.
I push back too on people that say the ending is too long. I think it's actually earned all the endings it has, and I think you'd feel cheated if you didn't see how every character ends.
I wonder
this
if
journey.
I wonder if that comment's made because of the way it kind of moves to each next scene in it, because it kind of does feel like the next chapter. But I agree with you. He has earned the opportunity to go to the Grey Havens. He has earned the opportunity to end it, to have them all jumping on the bed with each other, and the only way he probably would have justified anybody who made that comment is if he put the Scouring of the Shire in there and had Saruman and Wormtongue running around in there, and that's just not going to work for the movies he made.
Yeah.
And also I don't know if it has the best act. I think Two Towers has one of the best action sequences of all time with Helm's Deep, but the Battle of Minas Tirith holds its own.
Oh, yeah.
It's got great stuff in it, and I still love how it keeps culminating with Gimli and Legolas fighting over numbers on this.
Yep.
And it does have the great line that anybody can quote off of a meme, going "Gonna die side by side with an elf. What about side by side with a friend? Jerk, you racist!"
It's just well-made film. It's definitely the best film of 2003.
Yeah, and sadly, two people in this cast didn't get the nominations I thought they deserved. Sean Astin and Andy Serkis. The Andy Serkis thing is a debate that anybody can have all over the world. I don't care. He deserved Oscar nominations for these movies.
He definitely wants it.
Yeah, wants. But Sean Astin, I thought, was incredibly robbed of a nomination for supporting actor. Because if we can give Ian McKellen the nomination on the first film, we can give Sean Astin for the third film for having earned that. But yeah, I adore the Lord of the Rings more than Harry Potter, and these days more than Star Wars at times. There's just it's a world that no matter what he's done with it, I will follow it. No matter how much less I might like the Hobbit movies, I will still actively live in the world, because these three films that we've not talked about over 3 years earned that trust for me.
I mean, I'd be going on an adventure with them.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking for someone to share an adventure with later.
I did get an email.
Oh, okay, cool.
Carol sends her regards, and she says, "Hello, real nerds. Well, would you look at me not sending this at the very last minute? I can attest she sent this to me a few days ago. I started working on this Filmsplosion list right after the last one, and it's been fun taking our time rewatch movies that we haven't seen in 20 years. I must say this has been the most fun Filmsplosion list I've ever made. There's definitely something better about not waiting until the last minute and having the pressure on. Of course, the downside for you guys is that it also means that I have had more time to write, so here we go. Number 10, Paycheck. This is an interesting working backwards action movie based on a Philip K. Dick sci-fi story. Stars Ben Affleck, Uma Thurman, Aaron Eckhart, and a fun character played by Paul Giamatti. There are a few cheesy moments, but the good parts outweigh them. Fun fact, the story was first published 2 days before I was born. Yeah, I do like Payback. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember... Paycheck, sorry. Paycheck. I haven't seen Payback in a long time either with Mel Gibson.
You haven't gone down the pay double bill yet.
Yeah, but it is a fun movie. Number 9, A Mighty Wind. We recently rewatched this and had so much fun. It's so clever, awkward, and quirky.
This is why we need James back on the show so that he can bring up things like A Mighty Wind.
They are musically talented, too. I'm sure there's a lot of unscripted and improv, which is how all Christopher Guest movies feel. Genius comedy. Agreed. Number 8, The Italian Job. It's always interesting to find yourself rooting for the thieves, and yet this one is it is clear who the bad guy is and who the good guy and who are the good guys. And there is plenty of humor too. We need to watch the 1969 original. Number 7, Big Fish. This is a story of an ordinary man who lives an extraordinary life. Or did he? It is beautiful, told with fun, weird, and touching moments. Albert Finney and Ewan McGregor do a great job. Terribly creative. Number 6, Secondhand Lions. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I always love a movie with old guys being quirky. And you can't get much better
Carol.
than these two old guys, Michael Caine and Robert Duvall. Love the fun way Michael Caine's character tells his brother's story. All the hard-to-believe action scenes. There's also a bit of mystery to this story. Who are they really? What is the true story? See, I do love this next movie, and I should have put it on my list.
Don't dismiss Secondhand Lions, though. It is a cute movie.
Yeah. Number 5, Open Range. Want to make a great Western? Write a story about a bad man who thinks he rules the world and two good men who come along to teach him that he's wrong. Throw in a sweet love story and have it starring Robert Duvall, having a great year, and Kevin Costner. This movie is beautiful. I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's a really great movie. Number 4, Love Actually. It's crazy how much we love this movie. We watch it every year. It tells several great stories of how humans do relationships, not just couples. There is humor, sweetness, sadness, and some ridiculousness. One thing I would change is the art gallery party scene. It doesn't make any sense until you see the deleted scenes, which show the guy who owns the gallery was upset because he was not expecting those Christmas pictures. I love that she's referencing stuff off the DVD. I love it, Carol.
You know, Carol, we'll ask again. Come on the show. Your son has been absent for so many years at this point.
Yeah, just replace him.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the beginning narration at the airport and its bookend at the ending, especially with the Beach Boys. Where would I be without you? Playing.
God only knows where I'd be without you.
Yeah. There we go. Number 3, Finding Nemo. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful movie experience. Makes you laugh and cry over and over through the ups and downs. Dory / Ellen DeGeneres is such a great character. She makes this movie great. The Hart family story is that we were in Florida, and it was my 50th birthday. What a treat. I guess I just told you how old I am. Oh, well. Number
Quick,
2.
get a neuralizer. Flashing.
Well, that shocks me because you look great, Carol. Number 2, The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Number 2, Carol? Come on.
I was the only one in my family who had not read the books. Therefore, I was seeing it fresh with no idea what was about to happen, how this quest was going to end. There is so much that I love about this saga. It shows us pictures of good versus evil with true bravery, honor, love, humility, sacrifice, strength of character, and even a bit of humor now and then. All the things that make a great story. The whole trilogy is an amazing accomplishment. We said that.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1 is Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. We recently watched, and it is still so much fun. The Hart family story behind it also makes it very special to me. That's why it has to be my number 1. When the trailer came out, I thought it was going to be all about the zombie pirates, so I wasn't excited to see it. Of course, the guys talked me into going, and I absolutely loved it. So many fun action scenes, great humor, great story. Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow is perfect. The music score is an added plus. I love that we've mentioned this, and she agrees with us. We have used the pirate quote from the people from the scene with Jack and Will fighting so many times. So often people ask us about our favorite movies. An impossible question. A few years after this movie came out, Rich and I decided that if we were ever in a newlywed game situation and were asked what's my favorite movie, that it would be Pirates.
Aww.
Nice. Honorable mention, Cold Mountain. I wish this could be in my top 10, but it's so difficult to watch. This movie is so well done, amazing in so many ways. The set is an extremely dark time in U.S. history. The writer also added some unnecessary ugliness with the story of the preacher, as if we needed to see more of how ugly humans can be. There are beautiful stories of love, friendship, and bravery, which are the best parts. One of the best lines ever in the movie is from the character Ruby, played by Renee Zellweger. Every piece of this is man's bullshit. They call this war a cloud over the land, but they made the weather, and then they stand in the rain and say, shit, it's raining. Other movies I'd highly recommend: Elf, Holes, Matchstick Men, Runaway Bride, Radio, Seabiscuit, School of Rock. Well, there you have it. Looking forward to hearing about something good we missed. Time to get to work on 2013. Love and hugs, Carol.
School of Rock need none of our lists. That's right.
I know, and I just got...
It's a good movie.
I got the Amazon because it was supposed to come in a 4K Steelbook. It's just straight Blu-ray.
Oh.
And then I was like, should I send this back? And then I looked at the picture, so the headline says 4K UHD, but when you enlarge the picture, it just says Blu-ray. But it's a cool Steelbook. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I'm excited to watch it again.
There you go.
Carol, thank you for sending that in. Thank you for everybody who's listened with us on this journey. Filmsplosion 2013 is coming up sooner than you think, so start thinking about those lists. Next week, I don't know what movie we're seeing, Brad, but Exorcist, Believer?
The Creator, yeah.
We'll figure it out. Until then, keep it real.
Waited all year, hear what the nerds have chosen. I'm telling you all, it's a Filmsplosion! Filmsplosion!
Thanks for listening to Real Nerds Podcast, a Nebulous Visions production. Stream or download episodes, read articles at realnerdspodcast.com. Stream us on Apple or Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. Follow us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. Twitter and Instagram, @RealNerds. Watch us on YouTube, Real Nerds Podcast. Email us at realnerds@gmail.com. Call us at 720-6nerds5. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill, Mike at Plan 9 Studios, and Bolognium for all of our groovy theme songs. Golly gee willikers, that's how it's done!